It's Fran. Now, see, this is what the deal is. We're so crowded on the set today that the cold open is a 2-shot because we got EJ Smith and Deniz Selman talking about Eagles, Giants. It's all coming at you next. A round table, just like Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and AJ Brown. Stay tuned. Live from the Xfinity studio. This is the PHLY Eagles podcast presented by Bet365 and Ashley. Boy, I tell you what, a Thursday night game, it's kind of nice because it gives us this 4-person preview show. Fran Duffy to my left, EJ Smith to his left, and the professor all the way over there. I'm not going to butcher it again.
He's to my left. Deniz.
How do we
Deniz. You guys, you just don't overthink it.
Deniz.
Sometimes you have to just not.
Deniz.
Hey, you're just getting good.
Let us know in the chat who you think pronounces it the best, and also which, what's the right comp for EJ not knowing Bastian Schweinsteiger?
We were trying to do NBA comps.
I've always been clear. I like soccer a lot. I watch a lot of soccer now. I didn't watch a lot of soccer 5-10 years ago. It's okay.
It's like being an Eagles fan and not knowing who
like Brian
Jeremy
Westbrook?
Macklin is.
Yeah,
Jeremy
Maclin's
Macklin's
the right era.
How did you know that it's a good one?
Because of like their outrage. Like I understand. Like if somebody's like, I love the Eagles, and you're like, yeah, Jeremy Macklin, they were like, doesn't ring a bell. That would be surprising. But if they started loving the Eagles 3 years ago.
I actually feel like Macklin's not good enough. No offense to Macklin.
Schweinsteiger was probably one of the
he's a Hall of Fame level player.
Yeah, one of the most important like 10 players of his era.
So maybe like Zach Ertz.
Yeah, like an Eagles Hall of Famer. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also the longevity is what's also important. So,
yeah.
Jason Peters. It's Jason Peters.
Jason Peters is too good.
Too good?
I
Okay.
feel.
All right.
Yeah.
What a way to start the show. And by the way, to the chat, I do know the song Come Together. Just because I don't love the Beatles doesn't mean I'm not aware of their discography.
No, yeah, you know them enough to have a take.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible take.
And Come Together is a good song.
What does it mean?
What does the song mean?
Yeah. If you were to interpret what the words come together.
Oh, I'm ready for this. It means you come together in harmony. You join together, you talk about your differences, and you make sure that you are moving in the right direction, which is maybe a good segue.
Look at that.
What a Saquon Barkley and AJ Brown had earlier this week.
All right, we're gonna get into the weeds of what's going on with the offense, what to expect in this matchup on Thursday night. But yes, let's start with the news, EJ. And what do you know about the three of those guys getting in bed together, as it were?
I don't think they were in bed together. I think that they had a conversation. I thought it was noteworthy, a few different things. Saquon Barkley wanted to point out this wasn't a team meeting. This was a conversation between Hurts, Barkley, and AJ Brown. We heard from Saquon and Jalen yesterday. We did not hear from AJ Brown. Saquon,
no, but AJ did walk out of the building, past the media yesterday, right? So we knew that he was there.
That probably happened while I was in either Kevin Patullo's press conference or Jalen Hurts' press conference. So I thought that Jalen's answer about it was probably the most insightful about the subject matter of the conversation. He says it was just talking about the collective, about us taking ownership about what we can and talking about how we move forward as a team so we can continue to find ways to win games. Saquon Barkley said, we had a conversation, but I'm not going to speak on it too much. I felt like that conversation was meant to stay between us. The focus was all about the team, and I think that was a good thing. We're teammates, and we're all friends. We were just having a conversation.
Shout out to Jimmy Kempski for making it not just between them.
Yeah, it was good reporting. I did have to check with Jimmy to make sure there wasn't because Jimmy is a great reporter first and foremost, but also like a jokester. Like, and he like the tweet before was about like Jonathan Gannon, like live audio. Pew pew.
Outstanding.
Pew, pew. So when I saw it, I texted him. I'm like, okay, I'm making sure like this isn't like a reference to something I hadn't seen yet. But no, good reporting by Jimmy. Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you make of it, EJ?
To me, I think it is like indicative of stuff that we've talked about on the show before, that especially that dynamic between AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. The incompletion heard around the world. I think the fallout from that, I found it really interesting that like they hadn't discussed it after the game. Like, and maybe that was just them answering the question to the media, but the fact that they went through the game, I watched AJ Brown on the sideline. He didn't really talk to anybody after that play. To me, that was maybe surprising. I mean, at the very least, it was surprising. Maybe you could go so far as saying concerning.
Do you have a bit of a take on this, Professor?
About the not talking on the sideline? Yes. Yeah, I always, at home game, I'm only at home games, but like I always have my binoculars out watching guys come off the field after, especially things like that. And Jalen never talks to anyone. I mean, like he's basically never talked to anybody his whole career. He goes and sits and talks to the quarterback's coach.
It would be very funny if he was totally different on the road.
Just away games. I hear he's just like high-fiving everybody. No, but like AJ Brown too. I mean, he usually goes and sits, and AJ Brown doesn't seem to talk to anybody throughout the whole game except for Devontae Smith.
Yeah,
like, he sits next to Devontae Smith and talks to him.
Yeah,
and they all have their own seats, and they always sit in the same place. And
but to me, it's like if they are going to talk about needing to get on the same page, like it is a little bit like, why aren't you guys talking through these things in a game? So I don't want to make it more than what it is, but I do think the conversation in the aftermath of it is significant. But at the same time, like I think that really this conversation only means as much as the tangible impact it could have on the field.
I think too, it points back to the conversation we had a week ago where everyone was like, "Oh, problem squashed." They all said in the press conference that we're moving on. Clearly not the case, and also that's not like a media fabricated like issue. This is stuff that everybody in that locker room and in that building is trying to work through.
Well, and I think to your point, they don't have to like each other, but they do have to work together,
right?
And if they're not able to, and I'm sure that was kind of the crux of that meeting, like,
right? To be fair, AJ and Jalen have both talked about the fact that they do talk in meetings, trying to improve. So my guess is, well, no, I think Fran has it right. It's like this is something that they've been working on, clearly. Like this is something that has been a thing. Honestly, I think this has been a thing for years now. It's not just like something that just popped up. So again, I just like last week, I wasn't quick to say, man, like this is the end of this. It's squashed. Like I want to see how it plays out on the field. I think honestly, like Sunday's game was a negative development for it. The way that they missed on that deep shot, I think was not a promising sign for like them getting on the same page and being
but it's also maybe it's like what's the parable of the the farmer, like we'll see, or whatever it is, like like it was bad for that game, but maybe it led to this difficult conversation, and maybe that makes them work together.
Go back to the Carolina game last year, right? I mean, that was like the kind of public airing of that, with BG talking about how they weren't friends, and then the next game was like the best game for the passing offense all season.
And if they connect on that deep shot, then the conversation is completely different.
Do you have any takes on that play in particular?
I mean, I don't disagree with what most people have said, with what Fran said as well. It looked like, first of all, it's a great play. Like, I mean, you have an opportunity to have AJ Brown running at Hufanga safety, and he's open. I mean, and the second hitch by Jalen is a little weird. Like, you don't normally see that, but I think I'll defer to Fran on these things anyway in general, but like, I mean, Fran, you said that you thought that was because he wasn't sure if AJ was looking, right?
I think it was he was hesitating on AJ's hesitation, and it was like, screw it, I'm gonna give him a shot.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think the first one is to move Hufanga.
That's the
get him to bite,
move.
And then that's part of the design of the play. AJ might be a little bit slower getting there than he should be, because he got like contacted on his way out, but like. Obviously you have to keep running there, right? Like that's the opportunity that you're asking for.
My only other take on that play is, given all of that, I know he didn't play a very good game. That was an unbelievable throw. It was like it was a perfect throw.
Yeah.
Given where he thought AJ was going to be, it was like 50 yards downfield.
Should have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't, we didn't have you on Monday, Fran.
Right,
So
yep.
before we get into the matchup and stuff like that, is there anything you feel like is left on the cutting room floor that you wanted to discuss?
I didn't think Jalen played a great game. I think it was comfortably like his worst game of the season. And it's not that it was all bad, but it certainly was not his cleanest performance. And, I wrote about it for Monday, the piece that went up on allphly.com, by the way, become a diehard. The big thing is it's a lot of the same conversations we've had when he has had some down stretches in years past. Like, we talked about this last year through the middle part of the season where, you get through certain points where it's like he's got to, get through progressions. He's going to have turn downs. And then on plays where he does hold on to the ball, are you being explosive or are you being efficient? And right now he in this game, he wasn't either. So it's tough. It wasn't a good game, but you try and move on.
It's the first game this year that reminded me of some games last year
Yes.
where it's like, why didn't he throw the outside slant to Jahan Dotson? Like,
Yep.
It's so clear that it's there on like a double slants in the red zone. Like the Grant Calcaterra crosser on, the Eagles used a lot of 12 personnel in the first half. We'll talk more about this later too,
Yes.
but like 2 tight ends to one side, 2 wide receivers to the other. Denver plays both corners over to the wide receiver side in base defense. So it's man coverage. And Grant Calcaterra and Kylan Granson are both running crossers. And no one ran with either one of them. It's like they were playing zone to that side and man to the other,
Yep.
and it was just kind of like a bust. And it seems like one of the things that you're going to get out of that formation and that kind of play is like testing to see if they can run with those crossers, and like they didn't. And Jalen, like he's looking at the right place, he just didn't throw that ball. Like I was very disappointed in a couple of plays like that we hadn't seen this year.
We had talked about like run pass ratio. Should this team become more of a passing team? This was obviously extremely pass heavy to a
99th percentile in
Yes.
neutral pass percentage.
Yeah, it was the most pass heavy they've been since week 3 of Nick Sirianni's first year. So Jalen's first year as a starter. And we saw more turndowns.
And that was a blowout loss in Dallas that
Right,
game. This
yep.
is a game where you're ahead by
Right.
2 touchdowns most of the game.
I wanted to go back. I was like, what game was that? And I looked and it was like
It was the
Miles
Trayvon
Sanders had 2
Diggs
carries.
pick 6 game.
Yeah. Miles had 2 carries. Kenny Gainwell had 1, and Jalen had like 4. And that was the run game that day.
Right. And it was a few weeks after that they, decided to become a
Flowers.
team. Yeah.
Yes. EJ, what else is going on at the Novacare complex before we get into the weeds?
So honestly, we only had the one day in the locker room. But we heard from
Pretty empty locker room.
but we heard from Vic Fangio and Kevin Petula. I found it interesting that Vic Fangio said that he gave Nakobe Dean a shot to play this Thursday.
And reports now that he's going to play in this game potentially.
Go ahead.
Open spot on the 53.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little weird that they didn't
Last week.
Yeah, that they didn't want.
Right. I mean, I'm scared of that MetLife turf, aren't you guys?
Yeah, it's a good point. Even for special teams, like, do you want him out there? Yeah.
I think he's going to have a limited role. I mean, Vic.
I would imagine it'll just be
indicated all
special
that.
teams.
Yeah.
To me, it reads as placating is the wrong word, but they're doing this for Nakobe because
he's been pushing.
He feels
Yeah.
ready to play, and let him play.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Not
a
that
fair
they
assessment.
need him. It's just that
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what kind of role he grows into in this defense and where they find space for him.
There was one word Fangio used that surprised me. I'm curious if it surprised you. He said there's a chance he could be active, not positive. It wouldn't be a full-time role yet. And I thought that yet was a little surprising. Like, is that just something he's saying, or is it something where he's actually envisioning a full-time role for Nakobe eventually? It seems hard to believe, given that he never uses 3 linebackers at once.
Yeah, I'll defer to Fran on how that would look, but I'd be surprised. I feel like that might be more of what Bo was alluding to. Like, they can't just close the door on it. And I mean, there's always the chance that an injury,
Sure.
I don't want to say simplifies this, but in a sense, simplifies
yes.
the roster or the depth chart arithmetic here. So, I think it's probably more just like not wanting to completely close the door on it because there are scenarios that could lead to it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's take a quick break, hear from some sponsors. And then on the other side, we're going to talk about the Eagles offense, why they stink against zone, and what else is going on. Whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees, Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. If you're looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd, Branded Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear in the game. Start your order, and your dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. If you want a hat that just says Grabby Grabs across the top, Branded Bills will make it happen for you. They have a partnership with Penn State as well as a part of their campus collection. So head to brandedbills.com and use code BBPHLY for 15% off your first order. That's brandedbills.com, promo code BBPHLY.
Next, we have to tell you about Game Time. Now that we're in the thick of the sports season, we all know the rush to get last-minute tickets to Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers games will be in full force. For loyal fans looking for affordable seats, home or on the road, you can always count on Game Time, and especially when it comes to the queues, login screens, and price jumps at checkout fighting for the perfect seat. You don't have to worry about that with Game Time. The Game Time app gives you the advantage, and it gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. When my family members ask me which Eagles games they should circle over the next few months, I make sure to pull up the Game Time app because of how easy it is to pick out great seats at a great price. We're talking in-division games for less than $130. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHLY for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PHLY for $20 off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
All right, back on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Let's get into it. The Eagles offense, Fran, Jalen Hurts, the disparity between his performance against man and zone has been a topic for a long time. You can pull out a bunch of different stats. According to True Media, they're 28th in EPA per dropback against zone, 10th against man. I think there are some ones that are even more stark than that. Why do you think that is?
Dead last in success rate against zone, too.
Dead last in success rate. So there you go. What's going on?
I do think that we're dealing with a couple things. One, there's the sample size of not just, all right, it's 5-game sample, but this all outside of this game, this has not been a very pass happy team overall, right? So there's that.
Certainly not happy.
No, that definitely not. Take that word out of the dictionary here. But I think that when you're looking at a number one, like this is a pass game. I was looking at some of these numbers. Per Pro Football Focus, Hurts has the third highest rate of uncatchable passes thrown while not under pressure this year. We talk about how accurate he is. That's usually been a strength of his game. Uncatchable passes while not under pressure. Per Next Gen Stats, the Eagles also have the second lowest yards of separation at the pass in the NFL. We've talked about that in the past. That's why he is always high up in that completion percentage above expectation metric there from Next Gen Stats. So when he's not under pressure, he has not been accurate. And some of that is like throwaway.
Well, some of them is a throw, like the non-targets.
Right? Yep. So there's some of that.
Yeah.
But has not been as accurate this year. Third highest, or the still throwing into tight coverage. Third worst in the NFL when it comes to yards after catch. Now, some of that is schematic. Some of that, we talk about yards after catch being a quarterback stat as well. So that can be ball placement and things like that. But
that's been a little better the last 2 weeks, for
right.
what it's worth. It was really, really low, and the last 2 games have been better.
But
some of that is just like Saquon walking in from like 50 yards out. Yeah, that's true.
Right. When
that's
you have
true.
some of those big plays.
Yeah.
So like the pass game just hasn't been good. So that's going to make some of those splits look a little bad. Now, the big thing that we're seeing is in years past, we have seen that teams have, when they want to attack Jalen Hurts, it's blitz, blitz, blitz. And you're going to try and pressure him, and he's not going to look good. We've seen improvements in that area over the last 2 years. You go back to last year, I thought that he got better. And this year, we talked about it early on, he has absolutely gotten better. So now the pivot, and I know Jalen was asked about this yesterday by the man to my left, is that what we're seeing now more often is that it is sim pressures where you're going to put a bunch of guys up in the line of scrimmage and a bunch of them are going to drop out. It's all a 4-man rush, sometimes just a 3-man rush. And we're going to say, Jalen, you've got to read it out, which means you've got more guys in zone coverage, typically underneath. So imagine it's cover 2. All right, well, cover 2 typically is 2 deep safeties and 5 defenders underneath with a 4-man rush. But if it's only a 3-man rush, now you have 6 defenders underneath. So that means that the passing lanes are tighter. That gets to the next part of the problem. As Deniz has pointed this out on social media over the last couple of weeks, the Eagles, and this is a Jalen Hurts thing, by the way. because Jalen is in charge of the pre-snap phase and protection calls. If they show pressure and you have all these guys up on the line of scrimmage, all right, we're going to keep Dallas Goedert in. We're going to keep the running back Saquon Barkley in. We're going to keep those guys in. Those guys all fall out, and it's just a 4-man rush. You can't change the protection call. So now you've got your tight end in. You've got 7 guys in protection, but only 3 receivers out in the route against 8 defenders. You're making your job very, very hard. And the Eagles have more 7-man protection than anybody in football on a per drop back basis. It's difficult.
Can I ask you something, Fran?
Yeah.
So to my like football 201 level understanding, like
no question. No question.
With like football.
Did you get a C in one?
C's gonna just ask Adoree Jackson. To my like very rudimentary level of football understanding, like some of the answers to those are you have guys leak out, after add them to the protection and then they leak out late, delayed routes and stuff like that. But I am curious, like from a more sophisticated standpoint, like how do you have answers for these types of things? Because I'm sure the Eagles aren't the only team that faces, heavy pressure looks that teams are dropping out of and kind of flooding zone coverages instead.
Well, there's a couple things. First, like quarterback can play better in terms of being more decisive and more precise with his reads and progressions. Now that again, like that has not been a strength of Jalen's game. He has gotten better. I'm not saying he's terrible at this. I'm saying that it is not a defined strength of his game, especially when a lot of these coverages, it's like invert Tampa 2, where you've got a safety coming down and then the corner, but he drops back to safety. The nickel goes out to the side. Like now you're adding layers to the read and to the progression for Jalen Hurts. And so he can be more decisive in those situations. Sometimes they've got the perfect play call dialed up. You go back to that Dallas Goedert touchdown a couple of weeks ago against the Rams, where they're playing invert cover 2. The coverage is rotating one way. This safety has no chance, and Dallas Goedert is wide open down the seam for a touchdown. Like, great play call, great job, and great execution there from Jalen and from the offense. Those have just been few and far between. Like that, and to me, I think what you want is Jalen could be a little bit more precise. If you know that you're going to get these kinds of looks, I think the quarterback run game, in terms of like QB lead draw. Now, if it's 3rd and 15, that's the equivalent of a coward draw. You probably don't want to do that. But if it's 3rd and 8, if it's 3rd and 7. And you think they're all going to drop out, I think the QB run game is a way to kind of get the numbers back in your favor and do some of that. We've seen them do that in the past. The other area too is like running back screens. Like you go back into like 3rd and long and like now that has not been an area where Jalen has been particularly good either. I don't think he's a good like running back, like backfield screen game thrower. He just the Eagles used to be very, very good at that. Since he's been the starter, they have not been good at that. But if it's just a 3-man rush, maybe those lanes are a little bit wider. You've got a little bit more room to be able to deliver some of those throws. So maybe that's something they're able to work in. But outside of that, the big thing is, Jalen, again, is when you have to process things quickly and we talked a lot last year about, the structure of the pass game and how it was, all right, it's two receivers to one side and 2 receivers to the other. And we're running double slant and curl flat, right? So it's quick game concepts. When you have 2 quick game concepts going on either side, by the time Jalen gets to the top of his drop, he makes one read. By the time he gets his eyes to the next read, the play's busted because the timing of it has got to be snapped. It's got to be really, really fast. So if he's not reading it fast, then now we're in scramble drill mode, and now that's when the randomness comes into play.
In so many plays, and Fran's talked about this before, has like a man beater to one side and a zone beater to the other side, and we talk about how like if you can get that pre-snap tell of what the coverage is, you should be able to go to the right side, right? Like that's one of those things. And getting to the line late, not being able to go through all those reads, not to be able to go through all the types of like motions to get those tells, it has been an issue as well. Like Jordan Mailata's talked about it. We've seen it on film where they're not able to use those cues sometimes.
Yeah. Beyond that, which is a part of it.
Yes.
How else can the coaches set things up to help Jalen with those things?
I think that you got to figure out what he's comfortable with in terms of reading. And I think like from what I can gather, like, and EJ has said this, like the offense is going to look the way that Jalen wants it to look. Yes. So I don't think that this is something where they're asking him to do something that he doesn't feel comfortable with. But I still don't I think there's what do you feel comfortable with? And like, what is best for you? What is best for the pass game? What is best for this offense? Right. So we saw them working.
It's like parenting.
Yeah, a little
right?
bit. Yeah, like, hey,
you can't just have ice cream for dinner every night.
Right. And but also like, you know, you want to work in some of it because you want him to get better. It's the how to beat the blitz kind of thing. Like, all right, you've got to be blitzed in order to beat the blitz. If he's going to get better at these concepts, he's got to run them in a game to get better, and you go through it, and you hope he learns from the mistakes. I just think the big thing with this offense right now, if you're looking, if they got to win a game tomorrow, they're in the NFC Championship game. What do they do best? Like, all right, RPOs, vertical concepts, but like if you're running like if it's 3rd and 5 and you're running like double slant and curl flat, I have very little faith that it's getting executed to the level where they're going to pick up a first down within structure.
I see some people in the chat like suggesting that like we are saying that Jalen isn't like an elite processor or something like that, and like this is like the thing that
like a sim pressure is actually a simp pressure. They're telling him he's a simpleton.
That's not what simp means. And if I know that, you know that the kids watching the show are like, what is this guy talking about? Anyway, we'll talk about what that means later. It's not what that means.
I don't want to be here for that part of the conversation.
Do you know what it means?
We're moving on.
All right. So yeah, I understand we've been pretty bullish about Jalen as a processor, the way he's seen it for most of the season. I think it's okay that it's a nuanced conversation. Yeah. Is what I would say. Like there are elements of the offense where you do see the turn downs, you do see, and it seems like, and this is the one thing I wanted to say to you, Fran, is like, to me, it seems like defenses take high risk, high reward approaches against the Eagles because they're really betting on Jalen and the Eagles offense not having the answers against something like that. And it's like, this is what's like so, I don't know the right word, but so like complex about like watching the Eagles offense is like if they could just figure this out, it does feel like there is a high reward on the other side of it. We kind of seen it with some of like the great halves that they've had against the blitz. It's like they finally have figured that out. But no, Jalen did talk about like the evolution of defenses, like how they played him. And this is kind of the next chapter in it.
I think the big thing too, we talked about this when the Eagles were getting ready to play Baker Mayfield. It was like, hey, you know what? Muddy up the picture for him. Don't let him operate from a clean pocket. Yeah. Don't let him just play point and shoot football. If you're able to pressure him, force him to hold on to the ball, like you're going to get some of the Baker Mayfield like magic plays, but that's where you're going to get him into his negative plays. And too often over the last 2 years, when Jalen holds on to the football, that is a good thing for the defense more often than not. Like the success rate on plays where he holds on to the ball for 4+ seconds is not to the level of other. We think of like the great plays he makes, and he does. He makes great plays in those situations, but more often than not, like it's the scrambles and throwaways. It's it's
where are the scramble drills? Like
never been good at that.
It hasn't been good.
Not been
why.
Yeah, with a quarterback who can scramble this much and move around and has the arm that he has, you should be getting big plays on scramble drills
all the time,
routinely.
I mean, it's like that one Olamide Zacchaeus play from 2023
in Tampa.
And like the one thing I've seen a lot, I saw it in our Discord. Become a diehard, you can participate in our Discord. See it in our Discord, I see it on social media. It's like, oh well, talent beats man-to-man and scheme beats zone. Yes, I get it. I get that. But also, I think that there is a like timing and rhythm element to beating zone coverage. What did I miss?
EJ's losing it.
I'm sorry. I just read the chat. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
All right. So I think there is an element to defeating zone coverage that does require like timing, rhythm, execution from the quarterback, from the receivers, everybody involved. And honestly, when I think of a lot of the good plays that we've seen from this past game, because I think everybody's like quick to say like, oh, like Kevin Patullo, like not good, like he's the issue. I don't know, like I said, that play with AJ Brown earlier, that was beautifully designed. Like they set it up perfectly. They were throwing so well out of 12 personnel the entire game, better than we've seen them do throughout the course of the season. They go empty for the first time. They get the matchup they want. Wasn't executed, right? Like the Devontae Smith deep ball on the 3rd and 12. Perfect call against that coverage. I talked about the Dallas Goedert play against the Rams. Like perfect call. You expect that coverage. You got it. Perfect. Like they've shown that they can scheme things up against zone coverage. The execution for one reason or another, and then sometimes it's drops, sometimes it's blown protection, sometimes it's on the quarterback. Like the execution has not always been great.
My question for you about Kevin Patullo, Professor, is do you distinguish between like the game plan and the play calling, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the sequencing of things and when to call things, and how do you feel about how that has gone so far?
Yeah, I think, well, it's almost like there are three things, right? There's the design of the actual plays.
Right.
Like, was this play designed well? Did it, you know, like, did it look like they put some thought into it and that? Then there's the, how do you sequence them within the game? Do you keep the defense off balance by doing different things within a game? And then, of course, there's the, like, game plan against the specific defense, right?
Yeah.
And everything that Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni as well have said in press conferences for really, like, not just this year, but going back, Sirianni in past years as well, is like, well, against this defense, like, you know, we really thought we needed to do this. And as a game theory professor, we teach about first mover advantage. There are some games where you have a second mover advantage. Like if we were to play rock, paper, scissors, like sequentially, you'd want to play second, right? Like there's some games where it's nice to be able to react and win that way. But in football, the offense has the first mover advantage in the sense that you're dictating where the ball goes, like you're dictating what the play is, and the defense has to cover that. And it seems like they kind of forget that sometimes.
Yes.
And they're like, look, we have all this talent. We have all these different things we can do. We can do RPOs. We can do QB run game, right?
Yep.
We can do Devontae Smith in the slot out of empty, like, you know, something that's worked really well in the past. We can do all kinds of, we can line up in 12 personnel and make you cover AJ Brown with a safety. Like there's so many different things we can do, but they get bogged down into like, well, this defense presents this look, and so we should really go with this. And I feel like they don't sequence anything in a unpredictable way. Like they ran 16 snaps of 12 personnel in this game. By the way, had a lot of success out of it.
Yes.
8 of those were in a row on the same drive. Like, it's like, why don't you mix it up a little bit, right? Like, it's like, I mean, I don't want to make this like a Sean Payton praise thing.
I think we do have a graphic for the 12 personnel stuff, Julia, that you sent over, Deniz. I don't know what it's named. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
There's just like in general, the Eagles have been good in 12 personnel this year, and we're very good in 12 personnel in this game. I'll do the numbers on this. Passing success against Denver, they were 73% in 12 personnel, 8 for 11, and only 33% in 11 personnel, 13 for 39.
Yeah.
It had been working. It was working well in the first half.
Yep.
There was also a really nice run on that same side. Toss was out of 12 personnel. And on this graphic, you can see the Eagles are in the upper left corner of this graph, which means they haven't been very good in 11, but good in other personnel throughout the season in general. 24th in EPA per play in 11 personnel, and 4th when not in 11 personnel.
Which is especially interesting considering how bad they've been in the run game out of 12 personnel.
Right.
Exactly. So there's been a lot of like successful passing.
Too, yeah.
And the Grand Calcaterra injury could explain part of why they stopped doing 12 personnel, but they also had a sprinkling of 12 in the second half, also all in a row, which was also successful, in which they...
The AJ deep ball was out of 12, as we mentioned earlier. Like that was a play that should have juiced those numbers
and
even
the
more.
AJ deep ball was the only play out of empty in the whole game. They had a game earlier this year where they had 2 snaps of empty the whole game, and they ran the same play on both of them. Like these things are in the playbook. And in the past, we've talked about how different chapters of the playbook seem to be written by different people.
Yeah.
How the run game and the pass game are never married together. They're 30th in play action rate for the season, 30th in under center play action, like all those things that they're at the bottom of. This year, it seems like not only are the chapters written by different people, but they only bring like some of the chapters of the book to the game. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, today we're going to do RPOs, right? And it's like, okay, they did 7 RPOs that ended in passes, right? Very successful. The RPOs worked very nicely. I'm looking for the numbers here. They were 5 for 7 success rate, and that's including the ineligible downfield as a not successful. They were 5 for 6, 39 yards and a touchdown, 71% on RPO passes, success rate, 37% on all other dropbacks in this game, non-RPOs. They were 16 for 43. So now you can say, well, you're not going to get explosive out of RPOs. You can't make the whole playbook out of RPOs, but RPOs should help you in the run game.
Right.
Like it's like once you've thrown so many RPOs, like at some point, they're going to start playing those slants that are going behind that. They're going to start playing that slide, run in the other direction, like maybe sprinkle in a run or two that is out of the same look. And they just didn't do that. Like it's like the one time the 2 times they tried to run the ball, they went 12 personnel, condensed, and like ran like an inside run, and they got the holding call. And then there was one other one where they were trying to run a run play, and it was a false start. So to me, it's just like bring everything to the same game, like mix it up a little bit.
My theory on that is number one. It's a first-time play caller, but I think actually the bigger thing is that this is the number one 3-and-out team in football, and I think that when you have a lot of 3-and-outs, especially sequentially, when it's like 3-and-out, 3-and-out,
4 in a row, 5 in a row,
which has been the last 3 weeks, right? We've seen these stretches. You as a play caller, you have zero rhythm in that scenario, because now it's, all right, we got to try this. All right, let's push this button. All right, let's put it. And now you're just kind of grabbing to try and find something that can work. And that might feel like excusey, but I think that is
that makes sense.
I think that's you're
and it also tracks with the thing we've talked about sometimes it feels like this staff is a little bit too anecdotal, and it's like, okay, this thing didn't work already. Right. We can't possibly try that again, right?
I don't think it's an excuse, because the fact that they've been bad on early downs is also reflective of the state of the offense. You know, and I think like I still, not to just like completely belabor the RPO thing, but it's like it kind of confounds me that it took that long into the season to realize, like, if the running game isn't working, we can have this as an element. Especially like again, like I'm going to keep using you guys as a resource here. Like, my understanding has always been that RPOs are like good against zone. But like, I guess like it surprised me that this was the game that they were like, this is the RPO game. And Kevin Patullo talked about they saw things on tape. I guess like is the kind of the conventional wisdom, like against zone teams you can really start to gash them with RPOs. Is that actually not the case against like a team like the Broncos?
No, most of the RPOs in this game were against man.
Yeah. It's actually good, because like the Dallas Goedert touchdown, like that play where
that's what I'm asking.
That's actually a good man beater, because it's essentially a pick play. It's essentially a run
that's
play.
A good point.
Now they passed it off, so it looked like zone, but that's a really good against run play. I just think that the 3-and-outs. That I think that's going to really disrupt your rhythm as a play caller.
But it's not like you're outsourcing the first set of downs to somebody else. You can't blame someone else for the 3-and-outs.
Right. Well,
it's like, oh, we're going 3-and-out. That's why we're not good. It's like, no, like you're going 3-and-out because you're not good.
Well, it's not that I was saying that that's why they're not good, but that's why
you're not sprinkling and
disjointed. Yes. All right, we got to take a quick break. Hear from some sponsors. We got a lot more to go, and yes, Poo Ragu, that includes Swooper. So buckle in. We are just getting started. Holiday steals are here at Ashley. It's the perfect time to get your home ready for the season and save big, from stunning dining sets for all your holiday feasts to super cozy sectionals perfect for movie nights. We have everything you need to make this season magical. And the more you shop, the more you save, with up to 25% off store-wide. Or take advantage of our special financing with 5 years, no interest. Discover great deals in-store and online only at Ashley.
Whether your favorite team wins or not, there's always another way to win on the BetParx online casino app. Check out brand new casino games like Huff and More Puff and Fireblaze Sky Queen, a BetParx exclusive. The only app I ever used to play all my favorite casino games in the palm of my hand. Play blackjack, roulette, craps, poker, baccarat, and hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes, and Cleopatra online slots. Play hot online slots based on your favorite streaming shows: Walking Dead, Squid Games, Breaking Bad, and Peaky Blinders, and all your favorite classic casino games from wherever you are. New users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. Go to betparx.com and download the app right now and enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino at your fingertips. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan for BetParx. You love to play, you play to win, you bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Holiday steals are here at Ashley. It's the perfect time to get your home ready for the season and save big, from stunning dining sets for all your holiday feasts to super cozy sectionals perfect for movie nights. At Ashley, they have everything you need to make this season magical. And the more you shop, the more you save, with up to 25% off store-wide. You can also take advantage of special financing with 5 years, no interest. Discover great deals in-store and online only at Ashley. All right, back in the PHLY Eagles podcast. Let's check out the Super Chats that have been rolling in here from Shay. It is the 1-year anniversary of touching Bean today. So congratulations to Shay. I can't believe, I mean.
As we all knew.
It feels so long ago. Yeah. Belated Bean touch. Congratulations to Shay. Polar Jam. Okay, who's shotgunning one of BG's crooked tees?
Now that I got the hot
whoever lost,
slots,
whoever,
I guess I could.
Yeah,
I had to make sure I was on.
Whoever lost Swooper last week. Shahid says, I'll take this drama over can Greg Ward take the next step we used to do.
Oh, Greg Ward Greg Ward is 40 minutes into the show
all the people.
and catches a stray for no reason. I liked Greg Ward.
I liked Greg Ward
he
too.
He was around the team longer than I think
there was a time that he was the number one receiver on the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carson
well,
and
I'm
the
not
kids.
allowed to say champagne problems anymore, right, Fran?
I just don't like that term, the term champagne problems.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
I got terms that strike a nerve with me too. So
yeah.
we'll retire that one.
Competing for targets with Big Bob Davis and
Travis Fulgham.
Yeah, what a year that was.
Deontay Burnett.
Division champs. The banner's still up.
Third down Avant says going to Green Bay for the Birds game by way of Madison. Bo, any restaurant suggestions for the drive-in and Green Bay? Unlike EJ, I know you're the man for restaurant Rex.
Wow.
Whatever.
Wow.
I'm not even going to take
it.
I have a good one in Madison. I have to look it up. I've got to find it.
What was it that ZB8 that put him to sleep?
Oh, that morning.
Is it like a Reuben?
It was like a breakfast thing, and it was like, it was something that was like, a huge thing of eggs and sausage and pancakes and whatever it was, like just a monster plate of breakfast. So, yeah, whoever he was with just had to drive while he was sleeping away in the front seat. Shahid also says, I know folks are frustrated with the Eagles, but there's not a single team this year that fans would be happy with unless you trust the Colts. Yeah, I mean, I think there are teams who are pleasant surprises to their fan bases.
Expectations are a hell of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, champagne problems. All right, I want to ask you guys, you mentioned it a little bit, Professor, the absence of play action in the offense. A little bit maddening, and also they haven't been good at it when they have run it.
Yeah, I mean, there was like one play action toss play. They hit Calcaterra in this game. That was a nice play. You see like sprinkles of it here and there, but yeah, they're 30th and even trying play action. So the success rate is almost like small sample. Well. You know what I mean? Like it's not just the success on play action. There's this idea that like you have to be good at the run in order to do play action, and then you set up the pass with the run. But you can also like threaten like linebackers with the play action by having done it more in the past, and that can help you in the run game. Like right now, this run game is struggling. We know that. Guys are getting beat on the offensive line in ways that they weren't getting beat before. There are certain runs that aren't working as well. But one of the reasons some of those runs aren't working is because the linebackers are flying downhill like to stop the run. And it's like if those guys are flying downhill to stop the run, if one of the high safeties is flying downhill to stop the run, like you can play action those, maybe you'll be successful once or twice, and then they'll stop doing that, and that'll open up the run game too. This has been driving me crazy for years. Like the way that they haven't been able to marry the run game and the pass game together with play action, even though they seem to have plays in there for it. They just don't call them. I don't know, friend, if you
it's one of those
understand it any better than I do.
No, it's no matter the coordinator, the play action discussion has been constant. The middle of the field thing has been constant. The motion conversation has been constant. Like I'm kind of like at the point where I just kind of throw my hands up, and this is the way that clearly the head coach is okay playing in this way, and the quarterback is good with playing this way.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to give Sean Payton credit for anything because the guy seems to be a total jerk, but. Like, I mean, just looking at their game plan in the second half, and this is down by 2 touchdowns. Like, I'm just imagining, like the Eagles down by 2 touchdowns, how they would completely abandon like all but one chapter of the playbook. Yeah, they go. I mean, at one point they're changing up personnel. They go from 11 to 13 to 22B to 11 to 21B to 11 to 13B. I'm just going play like 11, 01, 12. That's like 12 plays in a row where they use different personnel groupings. That's on the same drive.
6-0 line.
They go run, pass, run, pass, run, pass, run, pass, run, pass, pass, run, pass, run, pass, run at one point. And almost all of those passes are either play action or RPOs. Like, so they're putting together everything, and they had a very good Eagles defense, which is very well coached, in conflict a bunch of times where they weren't sure what was coming. They were thrown off by certain things. They lined up 4-by-1 one time, and the Eagles just didn't have enough people over the 4-man side. Like, that's because they're trying different things, doing it quickly, getting all those people in and out of the game, and getting the playoff in time. Like, they did have one delay of game.
That's what I was going to say, though. Yeah, I mean, they're juggling all those things, and they're getting to the line.
Yeah, they had one delay of game in a crucial situation, but like because I think they had the wrong personnel on the field, but that just happened one time. I mean, they had all these successful drives, and it's like the Eagles could do this. You don't have to do it to this degree, but yeah, it's kind of been maddening to me, and I think it lets the defense more easily react to what you're doing when you're doing predictable things. Like Fran talked about how the Eagles have finally figured out the blitz. It seems right. Like it was like 82% success against Tampa Bay in the blitz in this game. 9 for 13 success.
Yep.
That's 69% when they actually just blitzed 5 guys without any of the defensive linemen dropping. Talked last week on the show about how Vance Joseph had called 0 exchange pressures on the season. He called 10 in this game. And the Eagles were 2 for 10 success against those. And those were the first 2. The last 8 in a row, they were unsuccessful against all of them. They were also 0 for 3 against drop 8. I'm excluding the last drive because they were dropping like everybody on the prevent. So that's 2 for 13 when they dropped D linemen in the game, and 9 for 13 when they just blitz normally. Well, guess what? Teams are going to play this way now. And and the Eagles have faced second most 4-man exchanges in the league this season. So 16% of the drops they faced this, and it's only gonna get more. Like because everybody knows who you are. You're the Super Bowl champ. Everyone has you circled. Everyone's been studying you all summer, and this is like teams are going to change the way they're playing because they're playing you. And part of what they're saying, like, oh, when you're as good as we are, teams do different things. Well, that's what the money's for. Like, you have to figure it out.
And in this matchup, if we get specific about Thursday night, this is a Shane Bowen thing.
Well, it was a Shane Bowen thing in Tennessee. With the Giants, he has not done it as much. He does do it a little bit. And the big thing is that they will move either Abdul Carter or Brian Burns around as like a stand-up joker piece and say like, all right, we're going to play with 4 down. That person's going to walk around, and sometimes he's going to drop, and then somebody else is coming. So yeah, they can get creative. But again, like Shane Bowen, when he was in Tennessee, and I posted this on social this morning, and I had a couple of Giants fans come back and were like, oh, he doesn't do anything now. It's just 4-man rush, and it's just man-to-man coverage. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, this is one where you do wonder if that hasn't been part of their philosophy.
Yeah.
On a short week, do they have enough time to implement it?
Right. I mean, that's, I think that one of my notes when they hired him, Shane Bowen, before the 2024 season was like that this is an area where they could get really creative because they did it in Tennessee. I went back and looked at the next gen stats in terms of like creeper blitzes, where it's like, all right, you're sending somebody from a non-traditional rusher from the second level with the ability to drop somebody out. They were first when he in his first year defensive coordinator in 2021. They were 5th in 2022, which was when my notes were from, 11th in 2023. So it's dropped off every year. They are up to 12th doing that with the Giants. So it's not like they never do it. It's something that I think they will see in this game.
All right. The Eagles injury report is out, EJ. But first, we got to take our last break. Still got more to come. EJ is going to tell us which Eagles star is questionable for this game. Coming up after this. Bet365 has 90 million users worldwide, and they live stream over 780,000 events each year with early payout offers across the NBA and NHL. Bet365 pioneer live in-game betting, and today they offer the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting. Across 78 sports. Thursday Night Football, you get a $10 safety net bet. That's a cool little offer that Bet365 has given you. Thursday Night Touchdown as well. It's never ordinary at Bet365. You can see for yourself with the Thursday Night Touchdown offer, where you place qualifying parlay bets that total $20 or more, and then you get bonus bets on every touchdown. New customers at Bet365 get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10, and place a bet for $5 to get $200 in bonus bets. If your bet wins or loses, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Let's now hear from our friends at Omaha Steaks, because the Eagles are playing on Thursday Night Football this week. That means you've got a full weekend where you don't have to worry about watching the Eagles on Sunday afternoon. If you want to go all out on the grill on Sunday, now is the perfect time to do it. And if you're going to do it up, do it right. Do it with Omaha Steaks, because they've got the handcrafted steaks, the delicious fall favorites, everything you're looking for to throw on the grill. Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience right in your home. You can enjoy USDA certified tender steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, plus your tailgating favorites like chicken wings, smash burgers, and big deli-style franks. And now, during that red hot sale event, which is going on right now, you can get 50% off site-wide over at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off. Just got to use the promo code Eagles. So just because you're friends of the show, you go in, you plug that code in, you get another $35 off of the 50% that you already get off with that big sale. I'm telling you right now, it's the best time. Everyone talks about grilling in the summer. I love grilling in the fall. This is the best time to try and take advantage of everything Omaha Steaks has to offer. Get fired up for fall grilling with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of that 50% off site-wide sale. And again, promo code EAGLES at checkout. See site for details.
All right, AJ. I during that break, I'm doing some research on the word simp.
You really gonna no? Let's go through the injury report first.
It's not overtime yet.
Yeah,
well, I know, but you gotta say originally a shortening of simpleton. That's how it came to be.
It's not what it means anymore.
Sorry, I'm an originalist.
It's impressive work by you. I tip the cap at your attempt to save this. But
all right, let's
get
hear
to the injury report.
Let's hear it.
So let's start with the surprising addition to the injury report. Jalen Carter was a limited participant in practice with a heel injury. He's listed as questionable for the game. Nakobe Dean is also questionable. He was a full participant in practice, so this is a matter of if they add him to the active roster.
They have till 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. And then Grant Calcaterra and Landon Dickerson both out for this game. Again, Jalen Carter is a surprise. He has not been on the injury report at all this week. Sometimes if you're listed as a limited participant, it means that you left midway through practice with an injury. I'm not sure if that's the case for Jalen Carter, but like I said, questionable for this game.
Yeah, Thursday night and Monday night games, the NFL lets you have until 4 p.m. of the game day to change your roster around, basically, which for those of us who print depth charts and go to the stadium early is a maddening rule, but what can you do?
Was that Fletcher Cox Thursday night game against Carolina? He was doubtful for that game, or he was questionable for that game?
Did they have more designations then? They had probable, questionable, and doubtful, and he was questionable.
Yeah,
he was the middle.
I
think they don't have probable anymore.
No,
probable.
Gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. But
he was awesome.
Listen, that's I don't know.
That was the Nigel Bradham game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Late addition to the injury report is never a good sign for game status. Yeah.
Can they get away with not playing him this week?
That's probably a question for one of you guys.
Can I update you guys with some Giants injury news?
Sure.
Tyrone Tracy, the starting running back, is going to be back. However, Darius Slayton has been ruled out, and they already don't have Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
That means that they're down to Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson, and the rookie Bo Collins were the only other 3 wide receivers who got snaps last week.
He's not a Bo. He's a
Beaux.
I mean, he is.
I don't know why I did this.
It's wild for there to be a rookie named Bo, and he's not even on my radar. That's how bad he must.
But he's
be.
Did you do him?
I don't even remember him
he's
from
like
the.
He was undrafted.
Undrafted.
Kind of like a big dirty work receiver.
Talking my language.
Oh, he's with an X.
I just got the same guy from France.
Jalen Hyatt, a lot of speed.
You're a big Joseph Ngata guy.
Yeah, right.
I guess it's more the tight end.
Like Ben Skoranek.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're going to be they're down weapons in this game. You mentioned Tyrone Tracy in terms of starting running back. I don't think that Scadaboo is giving up time here in this offense anymore. I think that's his backfield. I think from this point.
All right, let's take a little Scadaboo conversation here.
I knew you were going to do this. I knew it was going to come up this week.
I mean,
I'm letting you do it. I'm out.
I mean,
you're smitten.
No,
the
opposite. Did you see the clip of him and Jackson Dart after
they won their game?
Yeah,
no,
it was last week.
He starts doing like a. Let's just call it an offensive impersonation of some of his teammates, I would say.
Yeah. It's tough.
Got it. Okay. Well,
like, you don't talk like that, Cam.
It was tough.
I did not see this, and I'm glad I didn't. Yeah.
Well, you didn't see Malibu's Most Wanted, but yeah.
I don't remember. I think I probably did see it.
Well, if you saw it, it would have evoked memories of Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Traffic. Looking for my chapstick. Look, a Ford Maverick.
See, Fran's up on.
Yeah, I'm not. I never said I was a fan of Malibu's Most Wanted.
It's a good movie. I mean, good.
I trust you.
I mean, let's take it easy. That's a good movie.
We need Sean Syed's review. Malibu's Most Wanted.
So anyway, just got to be okay. Anything else on the offense? As we, I mean, I know you got like 100 million things.
Yeah.
We still got Swooper too. We haven't even talked about the matchup. I'm worried about the Flyers getting in here for their.
I have two more things. I'm going to save one for next week and one for Swooper because it goes with one of my Swoopers. So.
You're going to save both of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the late clock thing?
That's what I have a Swooper about that, okay. and I think we can work it into Swooper. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about the Giants' defense?
Look, they play more man coverage than anybody.
We have a graphic on that, actually, Julia.
Yeah,
man blitz one. More man coverage than any other team in the league. Yep. But, again...
Mormon?
I don't think they have any Mormons.
Okay.
No. But at least
blitz.
At least not on defense.
That's just what happens when all your wives come home at the same time.
Bo,
come
on. It's not overtime yet. 4 more minutes.
That's a fine joke.
They will play man, and they will go like full on, like Paulson Adebo, who's the number 1 corner, will travel inside with receivers. So like what you saw with AJ Brown getting matched up on a safety, that's likely not to happen in this game if they're going to play man-to-man coverage.
Last 2 weeks he stayed on the left.
Yep.
And Flott has stayed on the right. Do you think they'll have him travel? Because he has traveled in the past. So they played the Saints and the Chargers the last 2 games.
Yeah, I tend to think they'll travel, but
with Adebo being the guy who
I
travels.
Would think so. Yeah, I would think so. Third down, be alert for brackets. That was something that they were pretty good at last year, and that has continued this year, where they will double the opposing number 1 receiver, or who they think is going to be the number 1 reading the progression. A lot of inverted coverages on early downs. So again, like they do the inverted coverages. Shane Bowen in the past has shown like the propensity to do like the sim pressures. They don't do a ton of 3-man. Let me see real quick. They're middle of the road with 5 dropbacks of 3-man rush in the season. Opposing quarterbacks are 3 of 5 for 29 yards. So they've done it a little bit in terms of like the 3-man rush, drop 8 and coverage. They have some pieces and guys that can win quickly. You know, they're the only team in the NFL that has 3 players that have 19 pressures per next gen stats. Brian Burns has 5.5 sacks. Well, that's the metric we've got. Brian Burns has 5.5 sacks. And then the other guys, I mean, they've got guys that can get after the
How's Abdul Carter look to you? Like a real problem or what?
He's a problem in terms of being he's so athletic and so twitchy, and if he's got a 2-way go, like. He makes guys look bad. So he's only got, I think, a half a sack on the year, but he's been a problem in the face of the quarterback often throughout the year.
And they'll have 3 edge rushers on the field at the same time a lot on those third downs and they'll change like who's on the inside. Sometimes it's Thibodeau on the inside, sometimes it's Carter on the inside. But they'll have both of them and Burns out there together. And
again, so they'll play those 3 out there with, we'll say, Dexter Lawrence or with Roy Robertson Harris or whoever.
Or Darius Alexander even sometimes, yeah. Last week it was,
when he's active, because he was inactive the first couple of games.
Right.
But with those guys, like they will drop Abdul Carter, they will drop Brian Burns. So it's like, we have to send our protection this way. But then those guys drop out, and that's the problem that the Eagles have faced over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they don't.
If they don't do
a lot of that, because that's clearly been the thing that's like, it took Todd Bowles till the second half. It took Vance Joseph till the second half. There's no reason for Shane Bowen to wait until the second half to do that.
I was talking to Patrick Johnson yesterday. Not enough people talking about this is his revenge game, but just about Thibodeau and Brian Burns. He's just talking about how underrated Thibodeau is. He feels.
I think Thibodeau's a good player.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not saying anything.
You almost made out a Swooper? Is that the what?
But I wasn't sure
that Patrick Johnson would talk about Kayvon Thibodeau?
No, I did make it a Swooper, but it might be relevant.
Did you send in your Swoopers at 12:55?
I was late with my Swoopers today.
I sent them in at 11:53, but I did make an amendment. I wanted to do a different one.
Unbelievable.
So high maintenance.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Julia, tell the truth. Was the graphic already made when he asked for the amendment?
Oh, no.
No, because Julia passed it off today.
Yeah. I said if it was too late, just ignore it. I'm sorry, Ethan.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Ethan has to do it.
I figured if they already made it, they would just tell me to stop being.
Oh, don't worry about it. It was just Ethan. It was only his time you were wasting.
Don't do that to Julia. She didn't mean it like that.
Julia sent me an AI meme yesterday. She's in my crosshairs.
It was real.
All right, we gotta move on here because it's time to get to overtime.
Oh no.
It means like there's like levels to the
this
today. Like
after
fanning herself. Like, what are we about to get into here?
Julia.
Man, after the way regulation went.
I enjoyed the meme for the record.
It was a great meme.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Oh, there's a golden retriever dancing.
It's okay to enjoy things.
No, yeah, it's great. That's a good use of our energy. Yeah.
It's okay to enjoy things. You know, I've had a couple applesauce smoothies this week, and
should be ashamed of yourself. Listen, here the bottom. This is the truth. I think less of you than I did a week ago.
I picked up on that, especially like you already text me like you hate me. This week has been really tough.
Wait, speaking of texting faux pas, I think we have to talk about the four of us are on a text thread.
Flex.
We're talking about something completely unrelated. And then EJ texts, was that the same return motion as on the Mukuba interception?
Yeah, and the thing that hurt my feelings is nobody even answered me.
No one had been talking about the Mukuba interception.
You were clearly texting somebody else.
Were trying to text somebody else. What are you talking about?
What world were we? Anything to have to do with
we weren't talking about any plays.
I guarantee you. I
EJ
meant to text you guys about this.
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
It was well established.
I thought you were joking. You're like, oh, you clearly meant to send this to Sheila and Sean. I literally sent it to you guys because I was watching.
We hadn't been talking about it.
Referring to what?
No video.
It was the Monday night game.
What?
Oh, come on. I was watching the Monday night game. I see the return.
Oh, unbelievable.
Concept that Mukuba got the pick on. And I figured one of you guys will know if it's the same one that they ran against the Eagles. And I text you. And then you guys are, you think that you must have meant to send this to Sean and Shield.
Oh, I thought that was established.
No, it was, I promise you. What do I have to lie about here? I texted it to you.
I'm gonna shock you here. I believe EJ.
I do too, but this makes it much less funny.
And you know what? I actually did say to my Julia, I was like, yeah, they never even answered my question. Like they just like
watching Monday Night Football.
Like,
we weren't even texting about the game at all. There was nothing.
Yeah, we
had any way to establish
we had been texting about something completely different.
Yeah,
and then we were all sitting around watching Monday Night Football, and I figured one of you guys would have seen it and thought the same thing.
But also the Phillies game was on that night.
But then your reaction,
that was a bit of a loop. Or a leap for you to just assume that we were all watching that same game.
Yeah.
When you guys didn't answer me, I did text Sean Sayed.
I was just going to say, I know that you said the
answer.
Actually, he was like, they didn't
I even
respond to me. I bet you Sean will.
I didn't do it in like a petty way. I was genuinely curious. I'm trying to go from football 200 to football 300 here.
I even said, I think you meant to text Sheila and Sean. This is your other family.
Yeah,
and you gave it a ha. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. I didn't think you guys were being serious and that you thought I didn't mean to text you.
I don't know about that.
I never watch random games live.
You don't watch Monday Night games?
Never live.
Okay, well now
I'll watch it on the condensed, but I got to grind. I've got a short week. I've been grinding the film.
I fell asleep for the
9 o'clock
Monday Night game last week.
Phillies game tonight gonna be tough. More super chats. Not for you.
I have very little faith in this team to actually pull.
Oh no, I just meant to stay up.
I'm not putting pressure on myself.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, I know, but I'd like to have the kids get to watch Fresh Prince.
Well, yes.
I wanted to know if EJ is going to apologize for apologizing about wanting to see more 12 personnel.
Yes.
And we find out who was calling the red zone play.
Absolute great question.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was unpacking this conversation. I need to read the super chat again.
You were unpacking the conversation.
Yeah, I was trying to.
What is there to unpack?
When you've got social anxiety like I do, you unpack every conversation.
I don't have that.
No, he's saying.
When you got.
Must be Deniz.
Yeah.
Am I going to apologize?
You're going to apologize for apologizing. You really you lost this on both ends.
No, I'm not apologizing because they still have not really run the ball well out of those looks, and that was the point I was making.
Yeah, they haven't run the ball well. Period.
Yeah.
But like I haven't apologized for some of my preseason or going into the season takes, but I do think like my argument, like lean into being a heavy personnel team and just run at teams.
Right.
That's not this team.
The Giants are terrible against the run, which is surprising that they're this bad. I mean, they have Dexter Lawrence, but this is a game where they could easily be looking at the numbers and being like, this is a team that's, if you go by DVOA, they're 32nd against the run, 10th against the pass, 30th by APA per rush, 14th against the pass, 31st in rush success rate allowed. So is this a game where the Eagles coaching staff is going to look at that and say, like, let's try to go back to the run game? I mean, we know they either do like all pass or all run every game. Like, which one's it going to be?
Maybe we'll find out in Swooper.
No.
Brandon Martin with the super chat says, should the Eagles sign Eli Apple or James Bradbury?
No.
It would add a strong presence in our secondary and be Sigma.
Oh my goodness!
I don't get it.
And there's a second. I think there is a joke in there somewhere. I got nothing.
Apple, I like Bradbury. Barry, is it like a? Is it a smoothie thing?
I'm not sure.
It could be. It could be a smoothie reference.
Chase Daniel Plainview. What is the last great fiction book you read?
It's actually a good question.
I'm reading a great book right now by my friend. So shout out to him. Enrapturing story. It's called Heartbeats. It's Bjorn Borg's memoir. It's very, very good. Recommend it. Available wherever books are sold.
Evren can't put Bjorn Borg's book down, by the way. I'm serious. I mean, not that Bjorn Borg, but yeah, he like we went out the other day and it was like his like food game and he like wouldn't put the book down to eat his food. Yeah. So, because he remembers all the games and everything. So yeah,
and the sets and the matches.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Recursion by Blake Crouch is a great fiction book I just read. Well, I didn't read it recently, but I do want to read the Dune series. But that's got to be an off-season project.
I think that those are like there's a lot of them, right?
Yeah, and I think like my wife has read them, and I think she's like on the third one, and it just kind of gets off the off the tracks a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I honestly
do it. I mean, you don't want to half-ass it. You want
to
doing it well.
Oh no. Boo.
Terrible, but Julia laughed.
She laughed because it was like so bad. It's like
I'll take it.
Also, let's admit that a Julia laugh is a low bar.
It's like a pity laugh.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a little bit worried about this.
Now I've got Julia upset at me, but
there are some personnel changes coming to the PHLY Eagles show, and I mean, I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to lose that laughter.
Oh, see, Bo literally just took my take. That is what I said to you. I've said this to I think I've said this to the people we've talked to about how like Julia laughs in the corner and it it's comforting when you're doing the show. And I hear you are
stealing. That's just not a take of yours.
You did coin that. I did coin that.
That's been very clear since the day that Julia got here that the best part of the show is people getting to hear her laugh.
You say you're like a esteemed journalist. You've got integrity. Just EJ Smith first,
Oh please, that had nothing.
EJ Smith
before in the universe of this show, before you were even conceived, that was a thing.
I mean, that's not true.
It is.
It's just factually wrong. Can I tell you one quick thing about Dune? Just because I want to really show how much of a loser I am.
Sure.
I have this thing where our coffee maker sounds like the Sardu cars in Dune, like the like that noise.
You're looking for a recognition from me on something I have no idea.
You're not into Dune, or did you?
I watched the first.
All right, so you're familiar with the noise and
which noise was that?
So whenever I hit the machine now in our house, I'll be like, power over spices, power over all. Nothing. Doesn't mean anything to you.
What does Julia think of this?
Well, my Julia is amused by that. I will admit.
When you're running that machine and the hot air comes out, what would you call that?
I'm not touching that. Oh God, no.
Esteemed.
Oh no.
What do you make of Jackson Dart, friend?
Almost dropped the mic on my laptop.
I think Jackson
Actually,
Dart is
no.
the least on acai.
Before I ask you that, how did you feel about the conversation EJ and I had on Monday about the defensive performance?
I thought that you were extremely alarmist for no reason.
Ooh, thank you.
I wasn't being alarmist. I wasn't. It wasn't about projection. It was just about in that game. I thought they did not play great.
I thought you were. I think that your general premise was correct in that the defense wasn't getting enough blame for the loss.
Okay, that's all.
You were hard on Quignon. I mean,
Please.
he gave up catches. You're going to give up catches, and they were like extremely tightly covered catches.
Yeah, there was one on 3rd and 2 that I was like, that's very un-Quignon to give that up, but it's 3rd and 2. Like the guy's able to make it like just stop at the sticks. Like
I mean, 2 of them were very high leverage plays.
Yeah,
he slipped on the one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So don't slip.
It's like the
come on.
It's like the
Don't slip.
it's we had the conversation last week on the show.
Sorry,
on the Thursday
officer.
show. Last week on the Thursday show, I was like, yeah, Pat Surtain's the best corner in the NFL. You were like, really? Like, definitely? I was like, yeah, Pat Surtain. He's freaking awesome. And like Quignon is he's really, really good. But I should say, like, he's a great corner. He's a top 5 corner in the league. Like, I think he's in that conversation.
Pretty sure
You're going to get beat.
Pretty sure Pat Surtain also played in that game and also got beat.
Right. Like you're going to give up catches.
Oh man.
Yeah, I stand by it.
This has been cathartic for me.
I will say the one thing on the defense that you can definitely criticize is the pass rush. Like with 4 guys rushing, just watching the film back, like it's like I always chart out the routes and everything, and then I very carefully watch the end zone looking for did anyone get a good rush. And when it's just 4 rushing, they're just not. And I was wondering if
it's
like
single good rush.
I almost want to say, like, and I don't know if I'm just being optimistic, like, are some of those intentional mush rushes to keep like a scrambling quarterback in the pocket? Too much. This is going to be 3 weeks in a row now where they're playing against these kind of like annoying, scrappy, like scrambling guys, like white guys, and even Fangio said like they're all similar to each other, and that's what he means too. Yeah. Dart.
Do you get the sense that he likes that type of quarterback? I feel like that's his type.
I definitely think he likes that kind of quarterback, which is probably why it's a good thing. It's a good thing he's a defense coordinator. But yeah, Dart is scrambling on 12% of his dropbacks. That's second most of anyone in the league, behind only Jaden Daniels. And his EPA per scramble is above average. So it's another game where they might be saying like, like he's going to be throwing it to Bo Collins or whatever. So like, let's make sure we keep him in the pocket, and maybe the rush won't look good again. But I don't know, man. Like the pass rush just isn't there. Like sometimes they'll get something on a game, but like you can't run those stunts in games all the time, and it gives you lanes to escape from. They're also not they're not like disciplined at all. Like they're not rushing together. Like it doesn't seem like they're like it's just like I've seen good pass rushes on this team, and like we're not seeing that.
No, pass rush is a problem.
It's bad. They've got 7 sacks on the season. So like most of them are on blitzes. A couple of them are on stunts, and stunts count. That's not to say they don't count, but it tells you that they have to be they're really manufacturing pressure. They have 1 sack on the entire season when it's just a 4-man rush, go beat your guy.
Right.
And it's especially the stunt thing is important because they don't stunt a lot. So it's not like, they stunt a lot and they get a lot of sacks and pressures from stunts. They don't stunt a lot. So the fact that only a couple of their existing pressures and sacks happen from it is alarming.
Yeah, they're in the bottom third in stunt rate. One of the things that Fangio did a lot before he came to the Eagles, which he hasn't done as much with the Eagles, is those what is known as a slug pressure, where you blitz the nickel and then you drop the edge rusher on the other side. They did that a lot this game with Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
But I feel like at some point, like they were just ready for it. I mean, the running back was picking up that rush from Cooper DeJean right away, and it hurts also that you've got a bunch of new guys, right? Zadarius Smith, Azeez Ojulari. These are guys who aren't necessarily comfortable doing everything that they're asking. So, like, they never ask Zadarius Smith to drop, for example. So that means that if Cooper DeJean's going to blitz from the right side, Zadarius Smith has to be on the right side as well. He can't be on the left. And so, like, they had this one series where it was like Ojulari was on the right and Zadarius Smith had been on the left the whole drive, and then they switched for that one.
Just to get
and
it
before it, it's like, oh, I think this is going to be like, because I didn't remember from being in the stadium, and I was like, just looking at the film pre-snap, I'm like, oh, I think this is one of those slug pressures, and that's why they moved Ojulari, because he's comfortable dropping and Smith isn't. So Darius Smith, by the way, the bit continues. Still has not played a single snap of base defense. Funny. He keeps saying he's going to need to learn it. But part of the problem might be that, like, it's like you don't quite have the unpredictability on some of those exchanges, because you can kind of, like, you know, guys can only do certain things. You don't have that versatility that you had last year when everyone could do everything.
Yeah.
And also you just don't have the talent, right? Like losing Josh Sweat, losing Nolan Smith, losing Milton Williams, like it made a difference.
Now, again, like a football 201 question here for you guys. Like what you'll hear often is that to beat good quarterbacks, you need to be able to rush 4, get pressure with 4, and be able to deploy extra bodies into coverage. Do you feel like the popularization of the sim pressure changes that at all? Do you think that you can be creative in your rushing and win that way in high leverage games?
They've shown that they can. I actually think, I know we got to get the Swooper. I think one of the under talked about facts about this team right now, you know, because I've heard it a couple times listening to other like national shows about, like, they're talking about the Eagles, is like, oh, they're playing with fire. They're not going to be able to do this late in the year when they play good teams. They beat Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. They beat Matthew Stafford in the Rams. They beat Baker Mayfield in the Bucks. Like, they beat Dak Prescott, who people think is the MVP, and the Cowboys. Like, they've beaten good quarterbacks. They've beaten good teams so far this year. It's been a really tough schedule. It's going to continue to be a pretty hard schedule throughout most of the year. You know, for all the problems of this team, like they find ways to win.
And on the offensive side of the ball too, we probably haven't mentioned enough that, like, last year was a historically easy schedule of defenses, and this year it's been like this kind of gauntlet of like creative, like well-coached defenses too. So that's been part of it.
All right,
real quick thing about
this could be a 3-hour show, and I think we would all enjoy that. But we do there's some real logistics here. We have to be up by 3:40 so that the Flyers guys can get ready. So we're gonna pivot to Swooper in a minute, but go ahead.
Okay, one last thing then. Interesting usage of cover 6 and cover 8 in this game, which we hadn't seen before. Keely Ringo, we've talked about. I know you're gonna love this, Fran. We talked about whether Vic would call coverages to protect CB2, right? We've been talking about that with Adoree Jackson. We talked about it with Keely Ringo, and we hadn't really noticed through the first 4 games blatantly rolling coverage to the non-Quinyon side. In this game, they called either cover 6 or 8 different times. That's when you roll the coverage over one of the corners and you basically play cover 4 on the other side, which makes it essentially man. So basically, you're keeping one of the corners not having to guard deep. All 8 times it was the Keely Ringo side. So this is the first game where there's been a pattern like that, where every single time they rolled coverage, whether it was to the boundary or the field, because Quinyon was following Sutton the whole game, it was to protect Keely Ringo. So they're trying to make things easier on Keely Ringo in a way that they didn't with Adoree Jackson, maybe because Fangio likes Keely Ringo better.
Well, and Quinyon was left ISO'd and gave up some of those catches one-on-one to the boundary.
Yeah, and some of those were on cover 6 and cover 8. So, like, I mean, that's going to mean that you want the game to be about your best player, right? Yeah. Like, you want them to throw at Quinyon for what that's worth.
All right, let's get to Swoop. The results of last week. EJ spent 17 turkeys on Saquon Barkley has 30 rushing yards, at least 30 rushing yards, and Saquon Barkley finished with exactly 30 rushing yards.
What a line by me.
What a line. 1 point for EJ. AJ Brown has 100+ receiving yards or 2 touchdown catches. No. Zach Bond or Jahad Campbell records a PBU or interception from the middle of the field. Did not happen.
Close.
And the Eagles win by double digits. So 1 hit for
what do you
EJ.
mean close.
Dude, there was one play down the seam where he dove and he nearly got it.
I thought you meant like it happened like just outside the hash mark or something.
No, Bond was a fingertip away from getting one.
Bo had an Eagles defensive player under the age of 25 records an interception. Did not happen. An Eagles edge rusher has at least a full sack. Darius Smith makes it happen for me. Saquon Barkley has more receiving yards than rushing yards. Did hit. Yep. Someone is flagged for taunting. Did not hit. 2 for me. Fran, the Eagles drop back and pick up a first down on 3rd and 11+. The 52-yard completion to Devontae Smith makes that happen. The Eagles remain 100% for the year in red zone touchdown rate. Did not happen. Bo Nix has at least 2 passes deflected within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Did not happen. Close. And then the Broncos use at least 6 offensive linemen on at least 6 offensive plays. Did happen. So a tie between me and Fran on the season. EJ has 2.5 points. I have 1.5. Fran has 1. And we enter this week with EJ going first. EJ has 20 turkeys with which to bid. I have 44, and Fran has 26.
How do you account for 44 on that thing? Bo having 44 turkeys.
I mean, I'm not going to because I'm kind of salty about how many turkeys he has.
But aren't you only keeping track of your own turkeys?
Yeah, I'm not keeping track of everybody's.
I thought you were keeping track of everybody.
He can't handle
I
that.
didn't even keep track of my own turkeys.
There are enough rows on the abacus.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. No, absolutely not. Keep track of your own turkeys. If you
I'm
need
not asking you. I'm not asking you to keep track of mine.
I won't.
All right.
All right.
I never know how many turkeys you guys have.
And always nice.
Nope.
Always nice when the professor is here to play with us live.
All right.
So exciting.
It goes EJ, Bo, Fran this week. Yeah.
Okay. For my first one, it's going to be a blind auction. Oh, you can tell I'm excited about my first alternate bidding.
Okay.
All right. Saquon Barkley will have more touches than A.J. Brown has combined catches and targets.
Saquon Barkley has more touches than AJ has combined catches, and so why? So his catches count double.
So
AJ
if he has 5 catches on 8 targets, that's 13.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
To try
And
even it
Saquon
out.
is just touches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saquon had 22, 24, 22, and 23 touches in the first 4 games, down to 9 against the Broncos.
What does Bastian Schweinsteiger say when he doesn't want his teammates to pass him the ball because he's offsides?
Oh no.
9.
It's a blind auction.
I understand that. You just said 9. That was Saquon.
Last year,
I wasn't the only one that thought.
I thought you were going
just.
last year, we'll remember week 7 was the big Saquon game at the Meadowlands where the Eagles did not throw the ball very much.
We are bidding on Saquon to be the one who does this. Yes.
I'm messaging Julia.
Okay, this is your way of trying to bilk me from a way out of turkeys early on.
Bilk is a funny word.
What was it? He has more touches than.
It just hit my ear wrong.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm not familiar with that one.
Bilk?
Yeah.
Heard of like the store Belk? But
Informal, obtain or withhold money from someone by deceit or without justification.
Shady.
Cheat or defraud.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 1 for 2 on.
No, I'm not. I was right about simp. I was just right earlier.
All right. What do we got?
All right. Julia, what do they have? Zero.
Wow.
I'm trying to save my turkeys. I don't.
But you don't have to pay for it though.
I didn't want anything to do with this one.
Okay.
You do.
I have 9.
10.
10 for Fran.
Wow.
Fran gets it for 10.
I'll take
You
that.
think I could have gotten more turkeys out of him if we just did a regular auction?
I'm not telling you.
Probably not.
Deniz,
Figure it out your own
theory,
damn self. I'm not sure.
See, now he's admitting that was his goal, was to just rob me.
100% my goal.
Probably not, I would say, for this one.
You don't think they would have? Yeah, because it's early. They would have been.
Yeah,
would've
I don't
been
know.
Cautious.
Okay, AJ catches plus targets. All right. Tomorrow night's going to be fun. We've got not just the Eagles game going on. We have the Flyers season opener. Got my Flyers diehard here. And if by some miracle the Phillies are able to win tonight, we'll have the Phillies game as well. And so we got a little watch along happening. So you can join us. We're going to be here at the studios watching. You can watch with us. And so all of my items have they watch along in mind. Okay, so my first item for this game is the Eagles have more yards from scrimmage than the distance in feet of the longest Phillies home run of the NLDS. They have obviously not hit one yet. If they hit one tonight, or if they play into tomorrow, whatever the longest one is, there may be none. But the Eagles have more yards from scrimmage than the distance in feet of the longest Phillies home run.
In the whole series.
In the whole series.
Okay.
So it could extend till game 5, potentially. And I will start the bidding here at 3.
And it has to be a home run, not just a hit ball.
Correct. 3 going once.
4. Can you read it for me one more time?
Eagles yards from scrimmage is greater.
after even.
Yeah. Eagles yards from scrimmage
is greater than the distance of the longest home run.
Okay.
I'll say 5.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yes.
That's different than net yards, correct? Or is it net yards?
No, it's yards from scrimmage.
Yards from scrimmage. Yeah.
So it's not minus penalty yards and whatnot.
Right. 5 going once. 5 going twice.
6.
Ooh.
As the uniform guy, I have to tell everyone that the Phillies are going to be wearing the powder blue jerseys on the road for both games 3 and they plan for the first time since the 1980s.
2 in a row or just ever?
Ever. Since the 80s, they have not worn the powder blues on the road.
Oh, interesting.
So you're banking on them just not hitting a home run?
We'll talk about it later.
I'm not on this one, so.
I will take 7 here.
Okay. I'm not going to do 8, so you can take it.
7 going once, 7 going twice. Sold.
I mean, the dimensions of these parks, like, unless you're in the corners, it's going to be high 3s, low 4s.
The Eagles could have
Feet.
400 yards from scrimmage. That's not a crazy output.
Who got it for 7?
I did.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that's just feet, not yards.
Shoot. Wait a minute. Did you mean it like that?
It says more yards than the distance in feet.
Yeah.
Distance in feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, I thought for a second, I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me, like,
doing the math.
yeah,
That's past.
like, so we're really talking about like 120
Yeah,
yards.
yeah.
No, I mean, so you're rooting for a short series.
I'm not rooting for anything. Just
You're rooting for yourself.
If the Phillies don't hit a home run, then yeah, we'll win this one. Yeah.
The chat knows that you're rooting for yourself.
Obviously, I'm
Always
rooting for
rooting for
myself.
So you're
Yeah.
rooting against the Phillies.
They could
hitting a
also
home run?
I can split the difference here. They could hit a 310-yard homer.
They love to swing for the fences with guys in scoring position. So
All right,
Yeah.
over to you, Fran.
Jalen Hurts throws a touchdown against zone coverage.
Mm.
We'll start the bidding at 3.
4.
5.
6.
7.
8.
9.
Bastian.
He only has 1 touchdown against zone coverage this year. That was the seam ball that Goddard against cover 2. Yeah.
But you think? I mean, we're already up in the bidding, so we can talk it through.
Yeah.
They're going to face nothing but zone coverage in this game, presumably, right? I mean, not necessarily.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to go that far against
Yeah.
your DNA. I mean, they're number 1 in man coverage in the league and 71% man on late
It
downs.
takes like one of those
Jalen?
RPO slides, and you're just like, it just so happened to be zone coverage.
He's actually not been very mid against the Giants in general. Well, only a 74.8 passer rating. That's his worst of any team he's faced multiple times. He's AJ Brown and Devontae Smith have never had a 100-yard receiving game against the Giants.
Makes me feel great.
It sounds like it's yours.
9 going once. 9 going twice.
I definitely did that backwards.
Sold. What did you do backwards?
I did the top row.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Abacus not for everybody.
Who did that go to?
Quick
I'm terrible
turkey,
at paying
turkey
attention.
update real
Kind
quick.
of is. Though.
This is much harder when you can't rewind. What? Who got it?
He got it for
He got it for
9.
9.
Okay,
So
AJ
just
got
go
it for
to
9.
11.
Okay.
11, 37, 12.
Oh, I have you at 16.
16, yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
Ooh, who's the abacus now?
What happened
Don't
to
have
what
to be
happened to
said
your
I'm not.
what happened to your abacus, Bo?
I think it was a 1.
It's Leah's now.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Deniz.
All right.
Oh,
Item
10 minutes.
number 4. Hold on, I have to not show EJ my other ones here. Okay. The Eagles, and we can put up the tempo graphs for this one, Julia.
Oh, no.
The Eagles snap the ball at 5 seconds or less on the play clock on at least 50% of their snaps
Wow.
in the first half.
Oh my God.
This is excluding no huddle snaps and kneel
Right.
downs. And so
it's
all the
taking out
graphics that I've been posting about this are excluding no huddle snaps and kneel downs.
Yeah.
The graphics are for first 3 quarters, but just in case this game gets out of
Yeah.
hand, let's just make it first half.
Yeah.
No other team is close to doing the thing that I'm saying over 50% of the time, but the Eagles are by a mile over that for the year. Over 70% of the time, they are waiting for the play clock to get down to 5. Normal teams are at 25% or so.
So you're saying they'll do it again?
Yes, I'm saying they are not going to fix this issue.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
You're saying we're bidding on they are going to fix
No, we're
this
bidding
issue.
on.
But they're not going to fix it.
Not going to fix it.
They're going to snap the
going
ball
to
at
stay.
5 seconds
Right,
or
right.
less on at least 50% of their snaps.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're basically going to continue to be what they've been.
Okay.
Yep.
3.
4,
5,
6,
7.
What an indictment.
8.
Nine.
I don't have the turkeys to do. I mean, I
you
literally
do.
do,
You do.
but I don't.
10.
Go ahead. 0.
One of the biggest plays in that game was of course, the illegal shift. And I know you guys talked about it, but EJ and I were texting about this, and I think he knew he was texting me at the time, but it was
Usually I know who I'm texting.
that Jahan Dotson checking with the line judge and lining up on the line correctly overlaps with Saquon's motion. The Saquon motion takes 8 seconds. It starts with 10 on the play clock. The Jahan Dotson movement is over at the 8-second mark.
Right.
So there's a 2-second overlap. So it's a very technically correct, but kind of ticky-tack call, and would be so easily fixed if they just got to the line earlier. Literally 2 seconds earlier would be enough, because Jahan Dotson's going to check with the line judge as soon as he gets there. And then you don't have to start that motion so quickly and so hurriedly then. So this has been biting them, and that was a crucial point in the game, obviously.
Call.
All right, EJ, up to you.
All right, my second entry. Cam Latu has either a catch or a carry. Grant Calcaterra out in this game. I have to maintain my status as the Cam Latu.
I almost did a Latu one.
Yeah, Cam Latu appreciator.
Latu continuing to kill it on special teams, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, Kylan Granson has been excellent on special teams.
You should be
drew
counting
2 holding
for
flags.
going to the Pro Bowl as a special teamer. I'm being you should lean into the bit.
I'm going. I mean, I appreciate the encouragement.
Yeah,
we've come a long way from you telling me to settle down.
That was as a fullback. That was as a fullback, the solving the problems of blocking tight end.
Yeah,
which I still feel good about.
We'll see. It's still early. All right,
2.
I'm going to start. I was going to start the bidding.
I know. Well, TikTok.
I started at 3. Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Only 2 offensive snaps for Cam Latu in the last game, despite the
3 going once.
Injury.
I appreciate you saying that.
3 going twice. Sold.
Because I was worried that Bo was going to bilk me.
No one's built.
I've got nipples.
All right, let's go. Go on.
All right. Another Phillies tie-in. Saquon Barkley's yards per carry in this game is greater than Aaron Nola's ERA coming out of the division series.
So it's not just tonight. If he throws out the
ends up
bullpen,
pitching, yes,
Okay.
it'll be his whole.
Oh wow! So okay.
Yes. So Saquon Barkley's yards per carry greater than Aaron Nola's ERA.
And it's his yards per carry in this game.
In this game, yes, yes.
Okay.
I will start the bidding at 5.
6.
I mean, listen, I expect Aaron Nola's ERA to be pretty big.
Yeah, all right.
But I'll say 7.
8.
Saquon's is greater than the
Saquon's is greater.
Okay.
8 going once. 8 going twice. EJ is out of turkeys.
Wow.
I can relax.
What happened to wanting to preserve turkeys?
Usually I would like to, but right now I feel like I got to get myself back on the board. Maintain the lead.
All right.
Over to Fran.
Nakobe Dean has a tackle or a blocked kick on special teams. Basically, it's a Nakobe.
How about a half tackle?
Good call. Yeah, let's give him a half tackle.
Okay.
Has at least a half tackle.
And the tackle has to be on special teams?
Yes, correct. On special teams.
Okay. Where do you start?
Sorry. I will start the bidding at 2.
3.
You can take it.
Just a reminder, Nakobe Dean is questionable for this game.
Okay, Deniz.
All right, item number 8. Now this one is going to be a reverse Dutch auction. So I will be counting up, and you guys are going to have to yell "Swooper out" when you're out. You can borrow turkeys from next week, so EJ, you can still play. Okay, and the item is one of the following happens: the Eagles complete an under center play action pass for a first down. That has not yet happened this year. Zadarius Smith plays at least one snap on base defense. The ball hits the Giants' helmet in the middle of the field while in play. That could be an incompletion. It can be a fumble, but it can't be just like the ball is spotted there.
Okay,
like it can be a punt hitting there, whatever. Zach Bond and the last one is Zach Bond gets an interception. And that one stems from, I was watching Giants Saints with Evren, looking at the film a little bit, and Evren pointed out he really seems to throw it in the middle of the field a lot. I bet Zach Bond gets an interception this game.
Nice.
And I hadn't even looked at the stat, but Jackson Dart is throwing 14% of his attempts between the hashes. That's third most in the league.
Red-nosed ball.
Throwing to the tight ends a lot. 30% of his targets have been to the tight ends. That was at 12% when they had Russell Wilson. So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Everybody knows he's going to count up and you do a swooper out. Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got to count. So I'm counting up. I'm going to swooper out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Swooper out.
8.
No, you also have to. He's
well, no.
EJ's
9.
You go. That's right.
From next week.
10.
Swooper out.
So Fran gets it for 10.
I would have taken it for 8, but
there's a lot of things. I mean, none of them are likely. That's kind of the point. They're all kind of unlikely, but they're 4 different things.
No, but there's
it's a good
some
one.
gettables in there.
Yeah.
all right, EJ. Over to you.
All right, my third entry. Nick Sirianni is caught on the broadcast having a heated exchange with anybody other than an official.
Who's determining heated exchange?
I'd say the people. I mean, like it's not to
Now, the
use
problem
a
here
lewd
is-
gesture here, analogy here, but a heated exchange when you see it.
Anyone but a ref.
Yeah,
Okay.
a player, coach.
Now you do
Thibodeau.
have to borrow turkeys from next week in order to open the bidding here.
Okay, I'm gonna open the bidding at 3 actually.
Okay. 3 going once.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to
3 going
say.
twice.
Why did you do that?
Sold.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Sirianni has heated exchanges plenty, and he doesn't like Kayvon
Talking
Thibodeau.
trash, by the way. If he is saying something, that I will not count that as a heated exchange. Exchange, by the way. Is
I guess
back
I
and
gave
forth.
you guys too much.
Oh yeah. This can be at an opposing player?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone but a ref.
Yeah.
Could be a fan.
He does like a kind of semi-taunting thing to other players sometimes.
But
Got to be both sides. though.
exchange
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Was it Jamel Dean who he hates in particular?
I could see him and Kayvon
Zach
Thibodeau.
Ertz.
Yeah. The Zach Ertz thing is a
Yeah.
perfect example.
that would count.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
Sure. Yeah.
I could see
Yeah,
Kayvon
post
Thibodeau.
game is actually a good vehicle for that.
So the Baker Mayfield thing would have counted?
I would have counted the Baker Mayfield thing.
But it's got to be caught on the broadcast.
It's gonna be caught in the broadcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. My last one. Got to get the Flyers involved here. The number of catches in this game by Eagles other than A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Saquon Barkley is greater than the number of goals scored by the Flyers tomorrow night. And I will open the bidding here at 3. Three going once.
Take it.
3 going twice. Sold. That's not stupid. That's a fun one.
Define fun. All right. All right. My last one. This is a fun one.
No.
It's a fine
All right. Saquon Barkley runs for at least 100 yards. Now, if he does, the winner of this item gets X additional turkeys added to their total for next week, and X equals the amount of carries that A.J. Dillon gets in the game.
Oh, I like that. That is a fun one.
Yeah.
Saquon needs 99 yards to have the most rushing yards by any player in his first 2 games against a former team since 1950.
Okay, where are you opening the bidding?
6.
7. Sold. That's a fun one.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Deniz,
told you.
get us going.
AJ Dillon's looked pretty good, by the way.
Yes.
All right. Last one. Item number 12. Now, this is going to be a new format that we've never done before.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Great.
This is a Dutch auction with 2 swooper yells. Okay.
Okay.
I'll say what the item is first because it'll make more sense. The item is the Eagles win by a margin no more than the first swooper yell, but no less than the second swooper yell. So the Eagles have to win by exactly that interval between the first and second swooper yells. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to count down turkeys starting at 30, or I'll start at 25. The first swooper yell wins the item and pays the number at that point. The countdown then continues. The second swooper yeller is going to have to pay for that point, but it's just defense. You can't win the point. You're just preventing the other person from winning the point.
Okay.
So say someone yells swooper at 24. I'm going to keep going, and that interval is going to get bigger and bigger unless one of the other 2 people steps up and plays defense, but you have to pay for those turkeys in order to keep that thing going down. And yeah, it doesn't matter who yells it, but whoever yells it is the one who pays for it.
So the first one's for the interval.
The first one is for the top number.
For the top number. Yep. And that's what you're paying.
Right. And then the second one is to make the item less valuable because the earlier you yell it. So like if you yell swooper at 24 and the second person yells it at 23, the Eagles would have to win by either 23 or 24 exactly for you to get the point.
You get it.
You get it on the thing, yeah. So if 2 people yell at the same time at 24, that would be it. Like that, whoever yelled first, yeah, they both pay 24, and whoever yelled first, yeah.
Pay that?
So you have to pay. So you have to pay to play defense, basically. Okay, ready? Okay. Everyone understand the rules.
What if you just wait? So who gets caught holding the bag? Like
whoever yells swooper first
playing defense
wins the item. The second yeller does not win the item. They're only yelling to make that item less valuable.
Yeah,
but you have to pay to make it less valuable.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Now, if this were a 2-player game, it wouldn't be that interesting. But with 3 people, there's 2 people, so you're going to be like, who's going to play defense, right? Okay, there we go. All right. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10,
Swooper.
9. Oh, okay. So EJ and Bo both pay 10, and EJ wins if they win by exactly 10 points. Good job, Fran. Well played.
I should have just stayed out of it. Is really the lesson here.
I thought there'd be a little bit of a
I
lag.
said it at 9, and so he gets 9 and 10.
9 and 10.
Oh, did I say 9 already?
He did say 9.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So they have to win by 10.
Bo's just trying to save
9
himself.
or 10. No.
Well, he's just trying to save himself a turkey, but that's
no. You said 9. I thought I was saying it at 9. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So you give up 9.
All right.
9 and 10 are not that unusual margins to win by.
I regret that.
Yeah, 10-point win is.
I regret that. It would have been better if it was like 6 and 5. I don't know. Anyway,
have not won by more than one score.
All right, we got to get going.
Yeah.
You can read what the swoopers are on Deniz's social media channels. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, all of you guys, except for EJ. We will talk to you. We got the whole watch-along thing going on tomorrow night. Join us for that. Become a diehard, all that good stuff. We love you. Goodbye.
We all silly like the mayor.